Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Amazing Scale Modelers Sunday Hangout. I am your host, Scratch and Jack. Amazing Scale Modelers is a Google Plus and Facebook community of all scale modelers of all shapes and sizes, interests, genres, and skill levels. You know what? This is my old script. I just realized this is my old script. I don't like my old script anymore. Let's see if I can find my new one. I want to do my new one. Oh, it says number one. You know what? I should delete this. Okay. See, I am so not prepared. How you like them, folks? So anyway, I can't believe I'm done this disorganized. Anyway, I do want to do this right because it is important to me. So there. All right. As we look at each other.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Everyone, welcome to Amazing Scale Modelers Sunday Hangout. I'm your host, Scratch and Jack. Amazing Scale Modelers is a Google Plus and Facebook community of scale modelers, reaching across all scale modeling genres, mediums, and to encourage friendships from around the world. And today, I hope you will find it an important source of information about the hobby, hear about something new, and see firsthand what the scale modeling experience is like. Joining me today are the usual suspects to help me kill time in doing all these things. And if you want to join us, live chat is open. I haven't found it yet, but I certainly am going to join it momentarily. So bring your questions, comments, all are welcome today. I have posted, of course, if you are on the Google Plus community and the Facebook community, I'm posting it on the announcements. And don't forget to subscribe and comment and make suggestions. And I don't have any community roundups because I didn't spend any time looking at the community. I've been doing a lot of modeling myself. So let's just get to it. From my Google left to right, we have Bob. How you doing, Bob?
How are you today?
I am good. I have a connection with you from a long distance away. Well, it's called the solar eclipse, and we talked a lot about it yesterday and across the pond.
It's freaky.
Yeah,
Cool.
well, you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to cross the street or something like that, or go across town with a few hundred people. That's about
I
it.
did that park, but within a wide area. But yeah.
So during this layoff I had from the Hangouts, what have you been doing? It's good to see you.
Not a whole lot. Been working a whole lot. Working on the GTX. I haven't got very far on it. Got the body all sanded and put together, and that's about as far as I got.
Uh-huh.
It's ready for primer.
Ooh.
Ordering lots of stuff, but I haven't built anything.
Uh-huh.
The dataless kit from ba-ack Models, the 1000 resin scale kit.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm looking forward to for you being done on that one.
It's not. Pull it out here.
I'll be printing one of those up in the 350 scale whenever I get a printer.
I like the 1000 just because you can line it up with everything else.
Is it lightable?
Well, I guess if you were ambitious enough, you could.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would mean a lot of ambition.
The here is
They molded it in a clear resin that would make the lighting option a lot easier. Oh, that's
the primary ball there. Not much bigger than a big jump ball.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to do two things at one time here. Oh, that's pretty small.
Yeah, it'll be about 8 inches long when it's done.
Oh, yeah?
But yeah, so being 1000 scale, it'll fit in well with the the NX01 and the 1000 scale kits. I think it was like $30 for it. Also got years ago I started working on the USS Peregrine Star Trek ship, and Bug Models and I gave up because I couldn't get the wings to match. Bug Models also came out with a resin kit for that, and I picked that up as well. Not only that, it comes with this really cool, awesome decal to put on it. Package. This goes on a kit for 1000 scale Reliant. With the new nacelles.
Yeah, you were just as prepared as I was today.
Well, I forgot about this one until I started pulling the other stuff down.
Oh,
I haven't this one out. I didn't have time to start it yet. Here we go. That's the decal for the bottom of the saucer.
Ooh, that looks like cool. Ooh,
that's certainly different.
That's certainly very out there for Federation type stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be Buchanan. It's an experimental test ship, and it looks more like a Romulan warbird than because the pylons go upwards and out. And it's,
oh yeah, there's a swept forward sort of thing. I think they
they're swept. The pylons are swept forward and up, with the nacelle sticking way up top on the Reliant. Let's see if there's a picture here. They words it up. That looks like just like a Romulan warbird.
Yeah, it does have that configuration.
But like the Reliant,
a reversed Reliant, yeah.
And it's supposed to be the storyline is a test subject for increased maneuverability at warp speed by putting the nacelle so far out quicker. That's their story. So I'm sticking to it. But Hug Models does really, really good vacuum casting and resin. I mean, there'll be some minor scenes, find a bubble or anything like that in any of their parts, and they're fairly reasonable priced too. And they got a lot of those oddball type stuff. But they have, I think they have a line called the museum class ships.
Museum class ships?
That would be like pre-Federation starships. That they do in the resin. Yeah, that's what I got. Hopefully I'll get on that car for GTX tomorrow.
And where'd you get the Daedalus?
Daedalus won't take too long.
No. Where did you get
Pre-Federation
it? Well, where did you get it?
from UGG Models.
Oh yeah.
And it comes with Federation or Pre-Federation Earth Defense, whatever they call it, was before the. You could do. Well, the show. My lights are terrible in here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. That looks very familiar.
Nation's logo on it. Federation version.
How you doing, Mike? We're getting feedback from you. Can you turn down your mic gain or something?
Yeah, I'll probably get this in the I was gonna do it today. Dead air, dead air.
Something's always bothered me about the class names of starships, like museum class or galaxy class. Kind of implies that the prototype ship was USS Museum.
Yeah.
Museum class, I think, is what a line of their models more than the actual class of a ship.
Oh yeah.
So they're. And it's the dataless instead of having the ball up front. It's more of just a blob on the front end.
Hmm.
So Randall, did you ever complete that frog model, the Spirit of St. Louis?
Yes and no. Yes, I did the very first one. It was my very first model I ever got, and yes, I finished it, but it's long disappeared.
Well,
This yeah, I was only 8 years old when I got it.
I still keep going back to that model that I showed you that I got in that used, or I don't know how you call it, antique model of that.
Oh yeah, it was
Czechoslovakian Spirit of St. Louis model. I have
was
two of them.
Yeah, it was a frog model that had been repopped by somebody else or something like that, wasn't it?
You said it was older than Frog. I remember you mentioned that it was older than Frog.
Well, yeah, Frog were the first ones that brought it, the first people that brought it out. Yeah, that one.
Excuse the racket.
Frog brought the molds out originally, but then when the company went under, a lot of their molds were sold to the Russians. So you have a lot of different Russian companies that have been repopping it and selling it.
I have no idea what the copyright on this thing is. It is just.
Oh, the Russians never worried about copyright at the time.
They never do it. This probably belonged to Gorbachev. What do you think? Probably that old.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I thought I saw Putin on my caller ID, and I thought he was saying that he wanted Gorbachev's model collection back. I trade you. I trade you codes to nukes for Gorbachev models. Not that serious, but yeah, this is a frog model that we discussed, and I have 2 of them, and are they even upset of any kind of high value for an antique model like this?
Well, I don't know. I'm not too sure about the repops, but if you had one of the original frog issues, well, you know, untouched,
It's just the
still back or whatever.
The CCP and this, I don't know. The whole thing is just nostalgic to me. And there's something inside that says, don't put that together. But there's that little voice inside that says, who cares? Put it together. It's a model.
You have 2 of them. Go for it. Go for with one of them.
Yeah. But it's going to be quite the challenge. And I was also wondering, did you have any problems gluing this plastic since, I mean, well, yours is done a long, long time ago, but.
Regular polished iron cement works. Should work with it. I don't know about the Russian repops though. They might be using a different plastic, but try gluing a couple of bits together and see how it goes.
Right on, right on.
See,
I just decided I pulled this one out of the vault because I had 2 of them.
Yeah.
And
well, if you have 2 of them, take one of them and go for it. See what happens.
Yeah, your worst thing is worse. What? Don't go together.
Yeah.
So
keep the most pristine one that you have and use the other one.
Yeah. You find one that looks better than the other. I'm on the ME 410, and I got the base colors on the top and the bottom on. Got it masked. Of course, I broke the 50 caliber off the front of it, stupidly. And
that happens quite a lot.
I hope I still got it.
That thing.
What's that?
The breaking off the cannon at the front seems to happen quite a lot in that airplane.
Does it?
Yeah, look,
this is a matchbox.
A few modelers have been doing that. Liam managed it with his. He was working on the I think Mang 1/48 scale version, and he managed to break the cannon off. And
I already did it on those 2.
That's the old Matchbox kit, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
I've
been on this antique model buying kick. It's new models. Yes, I do actually. Here's a Academy Camel Southwest Camel. My next one is Heller. Since this is almost out the door, I thought I pulled 4 kits out, and this Heller one is the one I just pulled. Gazelle.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the live chats. There's a participant who's having, John Paul, he's having some issues with getting the, I should say, his Hangout feed. Everybody's been trying to help him. I've been trying to help him too. And Joe says that I'll go to my right PC if then again, if no one sees me again, the CPU just went poof. Yeah, I mean, it'll be Google's fault, of course. When is it not Google's fault, huh?
Oh.
Always Google.
So yeah, let's we'll tune in to you every now and again there, Mike, and see your progress on this. But that little plane they have there is looking pretty good. It's nice. That is painted, is it not?
Yes, sir. This is just the base.
It looks good.
So far, so good.
Right. It looks very even. It looks very even, and looks like you're ready for decals too, because it's a little shiny there.
Well, when I get up to it, I'll tell you when. I'm going to say a little prayer for these puppies. Well, these were rough, man. And I taped them in a window, and I held them underneath this light, and I coated them, get them a nice coat of clear lacquer. And they've been setting for a while. They're starting to feel a little bit more softer, but they smell like they're cured. Well, you know, it's funny that about the whole lacquer and the decals. I pulled decals right out of a brand new box before, and go to slide them off the paper and explode. You know, and it's just like, wow.
Have you tried using this stuff?
Oh yeah, that's what I use right there. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that bit.
Oh yeah. You mean you put that right in the water with the decal, or did you?
You painted on the surface of you painted on the decal itself, and then let it dry after about 20 minutes or so. I think you can just carry on and use it like as normal decal. You just have to trim very close to the image, because otherwise you'll get the carrier film.
Oh, I noticed something on your solutions bottle, that your solutions set. We were talking. It was a while back.
Mm-hmm.
You had a bottle of looked like little clear that was on your little station. What do you use the clear for?
Usually, if the decal is a wee bit stubborn to stick down, you could use a clear to just to help keep it on the surface of the kit. And also good if you paint some of it on the model and then lay the decal down on top of that and then paint over it again. It helps seal the decal in.
Right. See, what happened was because I cleared the Enterprise. I did a 1/1000 scale Enterprise before this, and I did the same thing. I lacquered them, my decals, before I put them on. But I still, as you can see on this, they're still, you still see a little raised edge on them.
You can see that. Oh yeah, but
on
the old Matchbox decal,
on the
famous for being really thick.
Oh yeah, is that what it is? You just gotta just clear the crap out of it to get them to
just really thick carrier film on them.
But the Enterprise did that. You could see the little raised areas, but you couldn't feel it. You could just see it. That's the part about it that kind of like, I wonder how I did that. You know, couldn't feel it, but you could see it. Looks good, anyways. At least it's complete. So I'll post this when I get down the pipe to it. To be too many more moments.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing fine there, Jack. Yeah, for the I finished in the last week or so my diorama of the medieval church, and I'll get some pictures up for that. Boink. Okay. So this was the finish of the landscaping.
Ooh.
And that in before it was installed into the lantern.
Man, that is so fantastic, man.
Give you some perspective and that around.
Wow.
Also gives you a bit of a view of the way the background works. This was the start of the putting the lighting. It only required 1/3 lead piece of strip to go inside to light the lantern up. I used a styrene tube painted the same color as the lantern to hide the wiring as it went down the inside corner.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, you can see it's not difficult. It's only simple wiring. The black foam board seen here is all supports to support the base that I have to glue on to this with a with felt and that to to give it a soft surface. Now, what's interesting is in the power cord here, you see a thicker heat shrink here. This is what's called double wall heat shrink. So when you shrink it, it actually becomes hard, like hard plastic, not flexible.
Oh, shit.
So it helps to protect the item that you. It makes a good strain protector for the for the item you're heat shrinking.
Hmm.
And there it is, completed and lit up on the bench.
That's neat. I really like that idea.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful. The whole concept is beautiful. I think so.
Yeah. Close up on the internal. I give a couple pictures of a look around it.
Very unique. Almost like a ship in a bottle kind of thing.
Well, that's part of the idea behind this type of construction.
I didn't even think of that until it was mentioned yesterday on Across the Pond.
Yeah.
Didn't even think it was similar to that. I don't know. I took the lantern as just another method of a display case. But then again, a bottle will be a display case for a ship in it. Yes.
Yes.
I just couldn't connect the two.
I thought it was a hoax, but it's not.
Yeah, Mike and I had a long talk about that a couple weeks ago. He didn't believe he didn't believe that ships in a bottle were real.
I thought it was you take the bottom of it off, find a ship to fit into the bottle, put the ship in, glue the bottom on.
It's sometimes done that way, but not in an official capacity anyway.
Well, it's what is it? 53-foot yacht, and you open up the box and it's a model of a yacht with 53 feet on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just another look of it, completed with the door closed. And that's just sort of a look at the back.
Uh-huh.
So that's with that going. Had my sister's birthday party yesterday and presented her with it, and she loved it. So I'm happy with that. So
Cool. Nothing much.
Pardon?
You said you weren't working on nothing much. I mean,
Not much right now. No, I'll probably get back this week and start to finish off my Falcon 9 rocket. And I've got to order some LEDs for my fall project once I get the Falcon done. And I think I'm going to go and tackle my Arcadia.
I want one.
So,
okay, got it.
So the next one's for my Arcadia. Then I'm going to get. This is going to be lit and inside a box diorama. So,
Cool.
So that's like the next thing on.
Anything that's lit, I get excited over. You all know that.
Yeah.
Because I find it such a challenge to do, and it's so pretty when it's done. Okay. You have arrived, Survey 94. I've got a question for you all. Okay. Shoot. Ask. And that's a 10-second delay on that. So let's see. Jamie, how you doing?
Hi, guys. Yeah, apparently it's the day off because I've got my birthday today. So I've had night off. But I thought I'd come and join you guys because I never ever come on the Sunday one because I'm usually at work. In fact, since we spoke yesterday, I've been quite busy. I spent 3 hours yesterday, tidying their room up. But not
Adding
only
a chair to your workbench?
No, the whole room's been cleaned out. Tools have been put away and dust's been cleaned up. But I've also managed to get down.
Shame on you, Jamie. You know that's a sin to clean up your work area. You live alone. I mean, who's holding you to clean your area?
But since we spoke yesterday, Jack, I took quite a while out, and I've been meticulous about. I've been doing the light blocking on the Enterprise, and I've kind of like got to this place. So what I have done when I've been doing this, I've actually, if you look, I don't know if you can see this, but every single pin has been masked. Every single window's been masked.
Yeah. I gotta learn. Well, you see, on something like that, I could see doing it myself.
Yeah, the reason for that is that every time you do one of these, you always get a bleed through at the back. So I've asked to mask every single I've left the rim masked because that's going to be totally masked until I finish the ship. But if you totally mask it up, the other side becomes pristine clear when you take it off. So you haven't got any paint bleeds through the holes or anything. And the same with the this one. I've done this one as well. So as you can see, everywhere that needs to be masked has been masked. But when you come to the other side, not a bleed through at all. So that's been done, and I've managed to do that bit. So that's been light blocks, and I managed to do these two. So that clean that side and light blocks that side. So I did the individual windows too, so you wouldn't get any bleed, because these holes are quite big, and if you don't block them up, you get the paint bleed on this side, and it looks messy, and you just have to start sanding it off. And hence, I want to keep this super smooth for when I do the final paint work on here. So it knocks off all the windows. So, and I'm just starting this one now, and as you can see, I'm just starting to block the windows off from the inside. On this one. So that's basically what I've been up to, which is quite a lot, considering I did nothing for the last week. So I've gone from a complete spring cleaned room to light blocking the Enterprise. So yeah, it's moving on. So
cool.
That's what I've done.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Oh boy, everybody's so talkative today. So Phil, you got to save me here. Yeah, Phil, you. Yeah, you. Everybody's so talkative. I mean, there's just like, I'm asking the person. I don't know. You've gotten warmed up. I mean, your first time on the show, you only had like 2 minutes of things to say, but you've warmed up and you've become, is that how you feel? A little more relaxed?
A little more relaxed. Yes.
Okay. Jack, sorry.
Maybe a bit too relaxed.
Jack?
Well,
yes, there, Jamie?
Yeah, but I was regarding yesterday, I was going to, the base is too big to actually bring up, okay? So what I did for the guys to have a look at, just so you get the gist of what it is, I decided to do this. I was going to show it before I ended, but no, only on the phone. So I did this so you can all see it. Can you see this?
Ah, yes.
Now watch. So that's got a film. It's a mirrored top. It's got a film on at the moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Bear with me. There we go. It's just coming on now. So he's got all the buttons light up at the front.
Interesting. Oh.
Then you get the first sound. And if I move it on a bit, you have the second one. You have the sound of the bridge.
And you're going to have this in your flat, is that right?
In my house, yeah.
I see. You know, you can't take any girls over your place anymore if you do this.
Then you find
You got to learn how to do a overnight bag if you're wanting to date girls.
Always go to their place.
That's
Go to their
right. That's
place,
why you'll
yeah.
need the overnight bag.
More details.
Finally, we have Photo Torpedo. So that's what the 350 is going to sit on.
Well, you know something, though. If you want to break up with her, you finally invite her over. She'll see that and run the other way.
Well, you can always keep trying if they stick around. They're the keepers.
Well, you know, it's funny because there's always this thing about longtime bachelors having that one piece of furniture that doesn't match anything, and it's the ugliest thing. And they get married and they move in together, and then she says no to the chair.
Well,
To find out she really is. But she's going to tell you ahead of time, seeing that in your flat. So
yeah, well, it's going to actually go on the coffee table in the middle of my living room. That is eventually with a model on it.
So much for watching.
all right, Phil.
Sorry about that, Phil.
No, that's fine. I don't think I can top that though.
Because you're already married.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be allowed to. Well, yeah. I mean, I've been. I completed the 163 Comet, which you kindly put up on the header on the group. Been on a kick, and I completed. See that?
Very good.
Is the really little.
That is tiny, isn't it? It's very detailed.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean that's the size of my hand.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah, really good detail too, no less.
It's beautifully detailed. I mean that's.
Is that the Bandai kit?
It is the little Bandai snapped together.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Also did the little Bandai
The snow speeder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, again that's
Is that the 110?
larger than my thumb.
Is that the one that comes with the ATST?
Yeah, that's the one that comes with the ATST.
Wow. God, they're tiny.
Great.
I actually drilled out. I don't know if you can see. I drilled out the gun barrels.
Oh,
My goodness.
okay.
So I thought I needed it. While I was painting snow, because instead of using the stickers, I actually painted these stickers because they don't do water slide transfers on the really small ones.
No, I think those transfers on them are a bit thick, aren't they?
The stickers are. I mean, I've got for some of the really tiny bits that I couldn't duplicate, I've used the stickers, but cut most of the carrier off and just press them on as best I can. And they actually look quite good, but there's not much. And then to the, I think it's an odd scale. I think it's a 60th scale. Revel Easy Kit. Pre-coloured one. But I repainted it. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't done the interior.
You often work in really small scale like that. Is it a preference?
Not really. It's just something I like to do. You know, if I see it, I'll like to have a go. I've also the scale isn't particularly fixated on. It's like, especially when Carwin said about the Bandai Millennium Falcon, he put his little video up, and he's saying how good it was. I just had to go and buy it.
Right. What was the scale of the snow speeder?
The larger one, the small one, the little Bandai one.
I think it might be the smaller one.
That's 144 scale. That's the same scale as their ASAT.
Okay, yeah, because Mark Dunmore says he tried to get that. He tried to get the 144 scale ATST and a snow speeder for his 88.
Yeah.
Because we'll be sharing out pictures of his work, and he's not only a phenomenal modeler, but he's an extraordinary photographer too. On top of it all, so we'll show that in the show. Screen share it, because it is well worth seeing. So, where did you get the 144 scale stuff?
I ordered it off Amazon.
Where?
Came from Japan. But
from
through
Japan.
Amazon.
From Amazon to Japan. Okay, that should be expensive.
No, they were really cheap. And I didn't get. I haven't been stung for import tax yet. I'm still waiting for that to happen, but no one's caught me yet.
Ordering stuff from Japan, I can't remember the last time I got stung for the import, but practically everything I've ordered from the States gets hammered. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've not had that. I've heard horror stories of amounts being tacked onto the imported stuff from Japan, but I didn't know about the United States stuff.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, Jack sent me my first Enterprise that I had to dismantle and destroy because of electrical trouble, and I paid the price what I gave to Jack, but when he got to this country, I had to pay £40 on top.
Oh, really?
That was to collect from the post office, Jack.
Yeah. Import duty and handling fees.
Yeah. It cost me £40 to collect the parcel.
Oh my God.
Absolutely ridiculous.
That's very, very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Would that be all there, Phil?
Slightly larger scale.
Yeah, tank.
Yeah, tank. Yeah.
35 scale Merkava.
Oh yes.
I did post something up on the community.
Yeah, some pictures up the other day there. Yeah.
This is that main build. I think you spotted it. Very.
Yeah.
So very detailed. Very detailed.
Well, the main kicks are pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's apparently the turret. You get a really accurate turret for one of these.
Very simple design for the turret, isn't it? Very low profile.
That seems to be the style a lot of them are going to now. These low profile turrets.
Yeah.
You look at the Mark III Leopard, and it's the same idea. It's the low profile turret.
So the low profile is harder to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a chunky thing as well, as a model. But there are so many. I mean, it's like there's almost every part is modelled.
Mm-hmm.
Including, there are 3 rivets. I don't know if you can see it there. It's probably not close enough, but there are 3 rivets on that side piece, right? And they've got them moulded on as and you actually have to cut them on. Little rivet heads.
That must be fun.
There's only 3, thank goodness. All the rest are moulded in, but because of the angle of that, they couldn't mould in the rivets, so that you got 3 marks, and you just have to cut them off and glue them in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Heaven help you if you lose them.
Well, you get quite a lot on there, but cutting them off nicely is a different matter. And that's pretty much it, really, for me.
Oh, all right. Yeah. My lower third isn't working today. I don't know why. I think I clicked onto the toolbox icon before the Hangout fully loaded, and since I've done that, I can't open up a lower third. So you know what? Everybody knows who I am, I guess. Right,
Yeah.
right, Randall? You're the only one with lower third there. We got to be sure you're the amazingly slow modeler. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of competing for that title right now.
Oh, I don't know. This year I've only managed to complete 3 models, and one of them I'd started 3 years ago. A shelf queen, but yeah, that's been pretty much what I've been keeping busy with for the last few weeks. Is if I can just screen share, cue the appropriate music. No, I don't actually have it on.
Yep, it's on.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Good old Thunderbird 2, the Aoshima 350 scale kit.
Yoshima.
That looks so nice.
It does.
Nice detail.
Really does.
Like how you got the panels all colored. Got your watermarks and grease marks on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The panel lines were pencil drawn on using vinyl tape as a straight, well, not so straight edge, because trying to get a pencil or a straight edge around these compound curves was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And especially as I'd already put the decals down. So I almost had to put tiny bits of paper under the vinyl to stop it from sticking to the decal, because I knew as soon as I lifted the vinyl off, it would take the decal with it as well. So trying to work around that was fun too. If we can get a better. Oh. There we go.
Ah, there we go.
What is it? Yep.
You know, something that might help in the future with that is to get yourself a flex curve. They're not that expensive, and that would probably help in drawing lines like that on there.
Randall,
I just love the way you've got the navigation lights on there.
I used
So the wings.
I used balsing tape to make the scratch panels in this ME 410, and that is, after you get used to it, you know, and when you lay it down, it stays right there. I imagine you could probably untack that a little bit, you know, but it molds. You just rub it till it forms right over the edge. And as long as you're generous and use a bit for a handle, I found it flex pretty nice, actually.
This is the switch that I use. It's a 3-way switch. In this direction, it's got the using battery power. Centered, it's off, and then push the other way, it'll use the mains power.
Yep.
Whenever I switch to mains, I'll be unplugging the battery just in the off chance it shouldn't shouldn't get charge up the battery, but just to be on the safe side. So it's a dual power system, because I got caught out in a model show earlier this year where I took a powered model, and unfortunately it was nowhere near a power socket that I could use, and I had to run around to a store down the street, buy a couple of 9-volt batteries, strip the lead, and then just taped the bare ends of the lead to the batteries to get the power going. Not very professional looking. So I figured I'll get around that with this method. This little truck was fun to paint.
Yeah. I can remember. Did you lower the dish? Because you said it was too high to fit through the door. So I was just wondering if you lowered the dish.
No, I had thought of lowering the dish, but I thought, no, I'll just pose the thing far enough away from it that
It wouldn't be an issue. Yeah.
Wouldn't really be an issue, and just chalk it up to one of those science fiction things where things don't really fit.
Yeah.
A thing there, you notice about Thunderbird 2. Hang on, if you can get the right. There you go. Now, when Thunderbird 2 is sitting in its launch bay, waiting for the pods to get slid underneath it, and then it comes down. How on earth does that pod slide between the front and back legs?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
The scene where the pods 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they all get slide sideways. Then Thunderbird 2 comes down on top of one.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. Not with this one.
Yeah.
That was
the new laws of reality, Randall.
yeah. that was that.
Everything's happening in the next half hour.
I should be getting on with other projects that I'd started now, like the second part to my Stunt and Speed, which was to be the Bell X1, Star Wars with my Fine Molds Falcon. That's about as far as that's got. Nope. I decided to start another model.
Really shaking the cage.
Oh yeah.
Military, sci-fi, anime.
I started in this.
Thunderbirds.
Thunderbird 3.
Yep. Comes with its launch silo. So.
Yeah.
You'll be on your way to building the actual base eventually. You carry that on.
Yeah, it would need I would probably fill the whole room at this scale, 350 scale. There's all the parts laid out.
Between you, Mike, Jim, you guys got pristine cutting mats.
Yes. No.
I feel like such an outsider all of a sudden,
I actually clean mine every so often.
There it goes. Phil, thanks for the rubbing my nose into it. There you go.
I've actually managed to clean up the grid.
This is the kit that donated the transmitter truck for Thunderbird 2.
Jack, mine's a mess.
Oh yeah, you and me both, yeah. And Bob's not going to admit to anything. He's going to plead the fifth on that one.
I have a dirty laptop. My picture on.
This is one on.
Oh, you got primer on it now.
Yeah, look at that. Did you do it outside or is that inside? Is that like acrylic or?
That's acrylic primer, Halford's gray plastic primer.
Yeah.
As you can see, it even with gray primer, the red
still bleed through. Yeah.
Through. But after a few more layers of primer and different colors of paint and stuff like that, it'll be yeah. That's that one. Well, pretty much me. I was going to show Mike one of my older Matchbox kits
Uh-huh.
that I'd built a while back.
Uh-oh, please do. Please do. Let's see the Matchbox.
There you go.
Because I got another Matchbox, too. Oh,
Good.
Oh, and
The old Matchbox.
Mm-hmm.
that's a nice one.
that's what this is.
Little Between the Wars fighter called a Siskin.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I like that open engine like that. I always thought they were pretty slick. Wow, that top wing's got some girth to that.
Yeah, Mark is liking that Thunderbirds.
Is all Matchbox 1/72nd scale?
Yeah, they did a few 48 scale kits, aircraft, and even a few 32 scale kits.
Yeah.
They also did a few ships as well. They did 700 scale ships, mostly World War II stuff. What else? Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Who did they? Do you noted to who did they sell their molds to?
A Russian company called Novo at first, but they've been turning up in Eastern Express boxes and stuff like that.
I was looking for photo.
Yeah, that's the frog kits are turning up in Novo and Eastern Express. Matchbox were actually brought out by Revell. Sorry.
Yeah.
So quite a few of their kits are turning up in Revell boxes.
Oh.
What's that?
Oh, bird dog.
Oh yeah, that's a Smer kit, SMER.
Ooh.
Not actually 148 scale, closer to 150 scale, but close enough.
I always like the twin piston haunt nuts. They look crazy.
Yeah, it had an interesting fuel gauge, this aircraft. The fuel gauge was just a rod that stuck out of here, right?
Yeah.
In front of the
There's a rod with a little hook on the top. Yeah.
Yeah, so as the rod went down, you knew your fuel was getting used.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. No kidding.
Had a cork float in the tank,
Oh,
and that little rod come up and down through the cap.
oh shit.
Pretty basic stuff.
So long as you're sitting in a plane going, not in a descent or incline, you'll know what your fuel is.
Like the steering just had a file that hung down.
And this is one of my old frog kits. Built by it's the Gloucester Pioneer. It was the first jet aircraft that the British used, or well had. I know it was just a sort of like an experimental prototype. It was never intended to go into battle or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of a proof of concept.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Just like, look how thick the trailing edges of those tail planes are.
Oh man!
I didn't refine the kit too much. I just added a bit of cockpit detail, just to so something was there to see, other than just the bare plastic.
Mm-hmm.
What color is that underside? Is that like a yellow?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a color called trainer yellow. It's sort of like a yellow with a very very slight hint of orange in it, but doesn't come out quite like that, or quite right in these pictures somehow.
Well, you're not stuttering, but are you
yellow?
twitching?
think it should be more like the yellow on the roundel.
Yeah. The yellow on the roundel would have been slightly different anyway from the trainer yellow, but and, now that Jack's mentioned me stuttering about yellow, yeah, I'm starting to twitch.
But are you twitching? Yellow. That's a tough color to paint. Yes.
Yeah, anyone that's seen some of my earlier builds that have used a lot of yellow will understand that that I get a bit twitchy with the color.
I haven't even used yellow on anything that I recall. Maybe I should do a yellow car. I could think of that being like a, I don't know.
Yeah.
White primer underneath.
I don't know. Yellow.
You should do yellow primer underneath should get you a good stick.
I did paint something yellow. Oh, it was a motorcycle. I painted yellow. I painted it yellow first before I painted the red. That's what it was, because I was told to do it. The red would, and it's true. Because yellow and red are very translucent colors, and I use Vallejo almost exclusively, and it's certainly made, because the red on top of a white primer comes out pinkish.
Yeah.
The yellow it makes the red very rich, as you might think it might get orange, but it really doesn't. It makes the red stand out really good. But for this particular underside of the plane, you didn't need to do anything. Well, hell, it's only yellow. You primed it white, no doubt.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Not gray or anything like that.
Not unless I wanted a sort of like a dirtier, dingier looking yellow.
Yeah.
Right.
Then it would probably use gray as a primer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, would that be all there, Randall?
Yep, that's all for me.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. And I've been busy today. I should have gone over to my house and done something over there. It was a beautiful day, but because it was a beautiful, breezy, coolish, dry, not humid day, I went all out and painting my Steve McQueen Bullet. Let's get it close up here, and it's all shiny. It has the base gloss gloss. This is all Duplicolor, and it's supposed to be the pearl green.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, it sure looks better in sunlight than it's doing on camera right now.
No, the camera shows up the green in it, though, Jack.
It's pretty dark green too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's like the windows are all masked, the hoods, the rims of the hood. So this is just the body, and the sockets for the headlights are also masked off because they're going to be a flat black. Yeah, there you go. That gives you an idea.
Yeah, you can see the green in it.
And it's metal.
Mm.
That's not dust. That's metal flakes.
Look at the shine in that. It's reflecting your hand very nicely there.
Well, it's going to be getting turtle wax too. It's actually it's a little dusty, but no, it isn't. Going to turtle wax it as well. I think I should do that before I pull off the maskings off the rim of the windows, and of course the back side there, because that's a flat black too. I wasn't as successful this time around painting the tail lights, but I managed to produce something. Oh boy, that's bright. Let me turn down my gain here.
Here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the black is grooves on the front side, and the colors are actually on the back. And it's a little sloppy because it's my third try. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know why I don't know. This was kind of goofy the way it's all come together. But I think they're usable. There's a little bit of scratching on it. I don't know. I'm going to use an acrylic clear coat on the front to maybe make them look a little more presentable, but I'm okay with that, I guess. I'm not that anal about.
You could try dipping them in clear.
I'm sorry. What was that?
So you could try dipping them in clear. It might help eliminate some of the scratches at least.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Got a more honest color there.
Yeah.
Picked up the white gain. Okay. On my camera. And I think I'll just keep it here and show you the cockpit to the Millennium Falcon. And I was successful pretty much. Let's see if we can get light in there. The decals are pretty dark. Oh, there they are. There's the back wall. That's a decal.
Looks good though, Jack.
Yeah,
thank you.
Coming along nicely.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I put my glasses on. The screen goes out of focus.
There we go.
Yeah, there's plenty of detail on it.
Yeah, and now I'm going to see if this is going to work this way. This is just the light coming off my work light.
Oh yeah, that works.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, lights up, Jack. Very good, actually.
Oh, that's very nice there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that's good.
You've even got the levers on the console there, and
Actually, those are fiber optics coming off the console that I have a LED already hooked up, a white LED hooked up to it. I don't have it plugged in, but the lever is actually either that little thing there or this little thing there, but I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that. This is the smallest styrene I have to use. I don't know. I might end up using legs of the of LEDs and soldering them together.
The LED legs would probably work better. Those are way too thick.
Yeah.
Right, but these are LEDs. I'm getting ready to do a surround. Let's see. If I can take this gain down. Boy, that black is really. Lighten it up a little bit. Yeah, the LEDs are going to go surround the perimeter of this and light the back. And see the colors. I use paint to enhance the colors that will be coming through. And you can see part of my soldering job of my.
Your photo etch, yeah.
The photo etch, yeah. Ooh. Go back to auto. Let's go back to auto. Yeah, I think if I had it in sunlight, I think I'd do a better job in showing it off because it's just so. But yeah, I mean, the floor of the cockpit. See if we can get some light in there. Get my gain to cooperate. You see?
Yeah.
It drops towards the door. There, that works. And that floor that you see that the seat's going to sit on is a piece of styrene. I had to get rid of the model kit because it went straight back at the same level, pretty much where it's at right now. But the center console, that angled thing in between, that is from the kit. I cut it off. The dashboard is from the kit. The only thing that is different is these two floors. And I'm going to have a pedestal for Luke and Obi-Wan sitting behind. So I'm going to paint them up and put them in. That's kind of going to be next. And then I'll sandwich the top to the bottom. And I'm going to use tulip around that rim that's still the brass. Because the paint won't stick to it.
Yeah.
And plus, it'll also do light blocking around the edge, because I'm sure I'm going to light the hell out of this thing really bright in the back. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. But that's where I'm at. That's the more intricate thing that I'm doing. Of course, I'm in the dark. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Turned on my white balance. So that cockpit has been the bane of my existence anyway. And
you've been working on that for a few weeks there now.
Yeah, for quite a few weeks. That's why I got started on the Bullet, because I just needed a break from it. And that's going to be done too soon. I'll be for my community build for the street custom and muscle car build, because what I had, that jalopy thing, I really didn't like. I sneezed and put that together, and it looks like it. And I mean, if I had the proficiency in getting rid of the chrome off the plastic parts and then re-chrome it myself, I would have better success with it. But I didn't do it that way. I just put it together. And it turned out to be a pretty decent brown, but it actually is a red color. I don't know if you guys remember this.
Nice though, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
Nice colour.
I still think it's a nice looking car, but that's me.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I did a two-tone on anything. The underside is kind of rudimentary, but the front suspension is kind of a mess. It doesn't sit very well on the table. It wobbles pretty badly. But I do having the body in two sections, the front end and the back end. I didn't put the windows in. I didn't see the purpose in it. It's dusty. Boy, Blackway picks up dust. But that's the first two-tone one I've ever done. And I say in so much that it worked well. You know, and that. I'm really learning a lot about paint, because on the Bullet, the paint is Duplicolor. Boy, the shellac smells so good. But it does cure very quick enough to do multiple layers in one day, multiple coats in one day. And today I went to get the clear coat, and I messed it up, and I let it cure to the point where I can get the 1000 grit sandpaper and sand down the mistake, wet sand it with water, and it really worked well. And let that, wiped it clean, let it dry out from the water, and then just squirted some more of the top coat on there. And you really can't tell between what side. In fact, I'm hard pressed to remember what side it was. I think it was this side on the door. So that whole middle part of the door needed sanded down, and I redid it. And I'm kind of swinging for shellac, because, quite frankly, the stuff lays really evenly. It levels out really nicely. on its own. It's certainly a completely different experience than doing with acrylic, like the Vallejo paint. Very different feel and technique to use. I think the next time I do it with shellac, I'll probably do less paint and less top coat. I think there's a lot on this. I think a little too much, but I was painting as if it were acrylic, but you can't do that. You can't do that. So I learned something on this too, and I think a car build is all about the paint job, and because the assembly is all the same, it's all pretty easy. But I think a car build is all about the paint, the body paint. But yeah, I'll probably get that done in the next couple of weeks to put everything on, the decals on it. There's some decals that need to go on it, and yeah, I'll be done with that. So anyhow, with that all being said and done, I'm pretty pleased with everything that I've accomplished this weekend, having not modeled for 2 weekends in a row because of the last week having gone to the solar eclipse in Tennessee, which was an interesting trip on the way back. But certainly, I'm pleased that I'm able to get back to doing something. I just needed my fill, so to speak. And here we have David getting his fill of stuff. This is an awesome cockpit.
Yeah, it's really, really detailed, isn't it?
Oh, he's doing an excellent job on that.
So.
I mean, the amount of work that's gone into that. Amazing.
Even on a zooming in on his photograph, showing no mercy, it does have has a lot of merit in the paint. Even if you're not into Star Wars, the appreciation is in the paint too. And there's also something else that he's done here, which let's see, modeling, spattering paints, modeling, spattering paint to make it look like it's chipped up and worn.
He used the salt method.
Oh, you use the salt method?
Yeah, he put down salt on the on the surface before he painted, and then washed the salt away, and that left the chip paint effect. So it really is chip paint.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good.
I love the actual style he's got from massive.
This is a very large X-wing. And here I'm thinking he bit off more than he can chew, but he's certainly not. He's proving me wrong. Even his R2 unit is very clean and very nice. He's doing a really good job.
It's just a style.
And also on the Facebook side, we got Mike Bostic doing again, this is for the Street, Muscle, and Custom build. I think this will be a good representative of what to look for. This is a lot of fun. I'm not even sure what model this is. I tempted to say Chevelle, but I know I'm wrong. It looks like a Chrysler. Oh, I can't zoom in on it. That's a nice fun build. So yeah.
Massive blower on it.
Don't everybody talk at one time. What you all think about them two things?
They're really nice. No, he does.
Like the drag strips, like that.
Take on the engine.
Now for the piece de resistance.
Okay.
That would be Mark's AT Walker. See if it's going to come up for me. Good. Still need to try the salt method for chipping. This is Mark saying that. Normally I had paint chipping or use of sponges. That could be done too. You can flick a paintbrush. You can do the salt method. You can do sponges, depending. Sponges will give you more of a, I would think, a veiny type of, suppose. And also on the Facebook, and he even posted on the Google Plus community, Kenny Conklin put a video up saying how he came up with sci-fi fantasy as a name for his, I guess it's a modeling magazine. So yeah, check all that out. And also, here we are for the AT Walker.
Oh, nice.
Really.
Very nice.
This just looks sinister. He's got it photographed so well.
Is that the Bandai one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, Bandai 144 scale.
Yeah.
Oh, I want this. So bad.
Nice.
I want one. And they're not that inexpensive either, to be honest with you.
I can see why he's got the white platform, and he can probably easily transform that into the scene with the tow cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it suggested that, was it the 14 millimeter snow speeder and that go the diorama perfectly. That is such a nice kit.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's got the shading on that's really good, isn't it?
I think it looks better than the filming miniatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It certainly does.
That is really nice.
And it shines just in the right places, the lights catch you.
Hmm.
He is a great photographer too.
Gosh, how does he do that?
Lots of washes and pre-shading and
Yep. There's a lot of builds on out there on this, and a lot of kit reviews. I want one. Well, I really want one. I don't know.
I gotta say, this is actually my favorite shot of the whole thing. Looks like it's bearing down on you.
Yeah.
very, very reminiscent of the first scene and that they appeared in Empire Strikes Back.
Gives a sense of height. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as a war machine, I always thought these things were very impractical.
Well, true. But they surely had a presence to them, didn't they?
Oh yeah. You definitely knew you were on the wrong side whenever you were facing these things.
To me, they were more or less built to be like a troop transport.
Yeah, I mean, the trouble they were so big and clumsy, though.
Well, I suppose it's the second part of their name is armored transport. So
Yeah.
But they were a clumpy,
All-terrain armor transport.
Some of those,
they were a clumpy bit of machinery, weren't they?
some versions of armored
They
transports,
across the snow.
the sides of those pop open and there's cannons. And it's a platform for more troops to like paratroop off the side of.
yeah, and a bit like a medieval castle, in that I think some of those slots along the sides, along the top, are for them to stick their rifles out.
Oh, gun ports. Yeah.
Ports, yeah, that was the word I was thinking. Couldn't think.
Right here.
Yeah, there or above. Or is it? Oh no, yeah, along there. Yeah, that was the theory, anyway.
Only reason I know this, I've seen this on a game.
Oh, what happened? I guess I didn't queue up anything for the Facebook community. That was from the Google Plus community. And even, what do you call it? Dirk posted a charity build for Jimmy Fun Charity Build Part 1. He did posted a video
Mm-hmm.
about 11 hours ago. Let's see. Brian, this is interesting. This is a Chevy Love Vortec V6. I'm not sure. This must be a European Chevy. Is there such a thing as a European Chevy?
Yeah.
This is something that's here in the States. Okay, there we are.
Chevy Love. Hoods open up forward on those.
I like the paint on the side there. It's a nice detail. It's probably decal, but it's a nice detail. Look at this with carpeting.
Big Hurst shifter on the floor. Yeah.
Quart buckets in there. Woo.
Detail on the engine.
Wired and plumbed. Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, Brian, very good job there. That's certainly a nice one to see.
I like the paint job on the picture on the side of the truck. That's really good.
That's a nice one. Wonder where you found the love. I have to go look for one. I haven't seen one of those in years. But Chevy Love.
Oh, yeah. Mark says the X-Wing is still good. Still need to try the Summit. Okay, I already said that. Shading done with pre-shade and oil paints is what Mark says on the AT-AT Walker.
Oils.
So he said, yeah, that's probably the case because I don't know. What is your base paint there, Mark? Is it the acrylic or is it enamel? Well, either way, I think then oil wash.
You can use on acrylic if you put a clear coat over top of it before you use the oil wash.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I keep hearing them. That's one of the best washes to have is oil-based ones because they flow so much better than acrylic washes.
They do, yep.
The pigments are much finer and better resolved too than acrylic.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is something here that kind of harkens back to the stunt and speed, but I think it's more the antithesis of stunt and speed because of the fact that the Duke brothers always seem to have outrun this guy here. But certainly it'll be part of the stunt and speed thing.
Here we go.
Stop that guy.
Roscoe's Cruiser. And what's cool about this is he did do a video of it, and it's lit. The light bar on top does flash, as you see there. It's on.
Hey, there you go.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That is really cool. So he does have it flashing. Here we go. That's a nice picture right there.
County, Kentucky.
So Scott did a good job on that, and the video it's flawless. I mean, the way he has it lit up and everything. What I've seen lately, there was a new member that came on board over at the Google Plus community, and this is something that I've seen a scale modeler do, but certainly it is a technique and something that a model railroader would do.
Mm-hmm.
You all know what I'm talking about? Oh, here
Are you
it
talking
comes.
about?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yes, that one. That is nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was his Dunkirk one of the recovering
Yeah,
his soldiers. Yeah, from the water. Yeah,
I love the effects of the ripples in the water as the blokes are getting out.
yeah.
Really, really good colour in that.
I think he based that. I think on a photograph. I think.
Wow.
How do you get an effect like that? That's I don't know. Kind of weird. I think I don't know. I wouldn't even begin to guess as to how you would do that. And that's not exactly a tiny little model either. Certainly puts it into perspective right there.
Vallejo makes them.
Whatever
Yes.
figures he used, he certainly had to do a lot of reconfiguring the figures for what he wanted.
Hmm.
Anybody got to try the new Vallejo water scenery?
I've heard good things about it.
The splashes up on the sides of the hull there too.
Yeah.
Nice ripple. It's really, really real, very real. I think his ripples and most of his whites are right on mark too.
I think the more you look at it, the more detail you actually see. I mean, look at the grease marks on that guy's hands.
And showing the water coming off of his arm and his closed elbow there when it's going up. Yeah. It's like he just got onto the rope ladder.
Check out the struggle face and the guy with the helmet though. Look at it. I mean, just captured everybody's face just right on.
Fear and desperation.
Mm-hmm. Look at the rivets. That's rivets on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's the actual picture.
Yeah.
Even got the water coming off the guy's elbow.
Yeah.
That is just super. If it had sound, you can almost think of it as a movie or something, because it looks so surreal.
The model is alive. That's my best description for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It's alive. It's alive. Yeah.
You know, it's vision.
3D.
Wow. Yeah, you guys are amazing. This was on, of course, on the Google Plus community. That was on a Google Plus community. The modeler, I think his name is Scott. No,
Yep.
Marcus White. Marcus White. Wow. He just signed on not too long ago. Google Plus community. So, yeah. Mr. White, thank you for joining us and showing us your build here. Moving on. Let's see. Who can I pick on today? I think Mark is in the chat room by himself.
What's everybody left pretty well?
Yeah, Joe had. Oh, here's something. This is another one. This is what I was looking for. I think this is. Oh, this is Lee Chambers. Lee Chambers always is a fun one to follow. Fun fellow to follow. Let's see. Yeah, this is. I think it is coming out. This is another. I think this came before the other one, as far as water effects are concerned. I need to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. I love water effects.
He did such a nice job on those 2 copters.
Mm-hmm. Motorizing to the rotors.
Yeah, he motorized the props.
Oh, did he really?
The tail.
Yeah, yeah. And the Russian one is Scratch. He modified another helicopter to make it look like the Russian attack.
He did the same as they did in the movie. They modified a Puma helicopter.
Yeah.
I love how he's got the water coming up to the shore.
Yeah, the way he did the shoreline with the
Oh, I would suppose that would be. I guess he's got him still here, and he's got it motorized here.
Yeah.
Mighty slick.
And the smoke side like
Yeah,
seen in
he's got the lake in there on the side for the shoreline, and that looks really good.
Yeah, that shoreline is pretty intense.
Now, a lot of people is that like 560 that they use to make water like that, or is it can't be the silicone, is it?
No, it's not so. It's an epoxy.
Epoxy, yeah, I was about to say epoxy. I watched a video. There was a young girl, art student, who did water effects. She did like Minecraft figures, and she was doing a set piece for Minecraft, and it was a stone pool with water, and she was showing that you got to pour this epoxy in, and if you leave it alone, it's going to lay flat like glass.
So you got to agitate it.
So you got to, as it's curing, you got to agitate it. You could use a brush, a popsicle stick, or something of that nature, and that's how you'll get the ripples in eventually. But I think what is interesting on this particular one is that the shoreline, that's at the bottom of your screen there, and the stones. That would be difficult to do because they would kind of get in your way of your line of sight, I guess. I don't know how you would gauge to do something circular like that and have stones interrupting the circle as you're agitating the epoxy.
That is correct.
What she was demonstrating was the ripples of somebody being about waist high in the pool, the stone pool that she had made, and she was showing how to agitate it away from a person in a concentric circle. But there you've got stones interfering with your, I guess, your line of sight or your vision or something. And he still was able to manage it to make it look like still in a circle.
I hadn't noticed figure in the port door of the Huey there.
Yeah.
I knew he had the pilot figures, but I hadn't actually noticed the guy in the back there.
So, it's got smoke unit underneath the Huey, so it smokes at the hole in the windshield where the RPG gets shot out of. It's
Yeah.
everything in the thing in the movie.
Bullet holes in the windows there. By the way, Mike, the Puma that was used there was a Matchbox original that was repopped by Revell.
So far, I like these Matchbox kits. This went together fairly simple, actually. It's really cut and dry. I mean, it had a basic cockpit. It wasn't nothing to write home about. I tried to make my own photo etch. That didn't work. But
They did some pretty unusual kits too. I mean, kits that other companies wouldn't have touched. You know, like between the wars biplanes and things like that.
Yeah.
They did some very interesting subjects. They even did a World War II Corvette class, Flower class Corvette.
Yeah.
Ship in 72 scale. I think that is big.
That's a big, yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually that was a very popular model of theirs. As the Corvette was. There are a lot of RC people that like that model to convert it to RC use.
here we go. Look at this Bronco.
Yeah, I like Broncos. They should make them again.
78. Actually, they are. They're coming back out with. They're going to bring out another Bronco. It's not going to be like that Bronco 2. Thank God. But it's going to be like the K2 or the 78 with the wide frames on them like that. The K2 is the one that's looks like a Tonka toy. That's actually just your standard Bronco there. It looks like a 78. 70, maybe 8. No. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. And he's got the decent paint on that too.
Yeah.
Actually, these are real popular to buy is because people want those. It's because they're the only ones that had a wide enough frame that you can stick Mickey Thompson Super Swampers underneath them, and the wells are big enough to handle it. What is that? You can go 6 inches over the shackle and be able to use like another 6-inch body mounts, and it just makes this incredible looking monster truck, you know, with the Mickey Thompsons on that Bronco. A friend of mine has one just like that. It rides like this.
It's like sitting on a boat then.
Yeah, it's those Super Swampers. If you ever look at one of those tires online, they're 28 inches by 48 inches high. They use them for Mickey Thompson's notorious for drag slicks. Just imagine drag slicks with cleats on them. Basically, what they make people want for their big monster trucks. You hear them 2 miles down the road.
Looks like Atomic Dog had shown up. I think you might be referring to the Bronco. Kind of has the First Blood 2 Rambo.
No, he's talking about the helicopter scene.
Helicopters, that Rambo feel to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
It was from Rambo,
Yeah. Gee. Let's see. Coming through these, see what catches my eye, because I got to change the community covers, and I'm looking for candidates too. I'm looking for candidates too. I find it very interesting though in the Facebook community. It's a lot of cars, and on Google Plus is a pretty big variety, but I'd say sci-fi is very well represented, considering there's fewer sci-fi people than maybe car modelers.
I like the speeder bike there.
Yeah, the speeder bike was actually, I think, a good choice because of the way it was displayed on such a tiny little stand, but it sure hinted at the terrain that it was, the environment that it was in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Graham surely likes his lights. And he's certainly someone that I'm paying attention to because of his use of light on his models. And how he pulled this off is short of amazing. Actually impossible. It's that amazing.
The Ritmaster bus.
Yeah. It just totally blows me away in how he did this. And it looks so real.
I was going to say it does look like it's sitting in the garage, getting or been built or something. Yeah.
Yeah. This maybe this. I'm actually eyeing this for community cover.
I think this is like a work in progress. This one, yeah.
And it is a work in progress. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's got some J.J. Abrams flair there.
He's getting the LEDs along the side. Yeah.
Yeah. He had originally intended to use an LED strip up the middle, but then that didn't work out, so he had to strip that out, and then he's replacing the individual lights with LEDs.
Yeah.
I see.
Which is much closer to the original. I'm not sure what the blue LED's for.
The blue one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see if we can go back.
If it's anything like we do with our buses, you have the white LEDs that come on when it stops, and it's got a blue light inside that's on while the bus is en route.
Ah, yeah, so it doesn't dazzle the driver then?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, there is a blue light there.
Yeah.
The old community bus, community transportation. Do not miss that.
Yeah, he's doing a bang up job on that one, for sure. And let's see, any more that we can do here? I'll do one more. Let's see.
I wonder if anybody done the Live and Let Die scene with the double-decker bus in the James Bond movie. I think it would make a good subject for.
Yeah.
Especially after the little bridge took the top deck out.
Yeah.
They qualify for stunts and speed.
Yeah. The police car crashing into the upper deck as it hit the ground. We should suggest that to David Lazenby.
This picture I'm a little bit biased on, and when you see it, you can see why. And if you want one of these, you need to contact me. You know what we're talking about here. You need to contact me. Give me your snail mail address and email your snail mail address to scratchandjackmodels@gmail.com and get one of these fantastic, must-have Randall already has his holding his frame up. These fantastic shop cards, and you can see how well it enhances your photography and your models, as demonstrated here by Buck Moore.
Gives your camera's autofocus something to work on.
It looks like a Vega. He's got much better paint. Mine looks a little thick and heavy, but you live and you learn.
Wow.
A little side project. No, this is a Mustang.
It's Mustang.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a Mustang. You live and you learn. But certainly this is a side project. And he says on the comment, it's time for him to build some starships. So what an interesting side project to do when you're doing starships. On some level, I can kind of relate to that when it comes to the Millennium Falcon. Anyhow, boy, I think we did a good job in killing some time here and talking about some models.
Yeah.
And I'd like to thank you all. I didn't yesterday, but of course, Bob, thanks for stopping by. Kind of unusual for you to be here on a Sunday night as opposed to a Saturday morning. Maybe you were sleeping.
I guess I could give you this.
What? Exactly right. You know what? I should review these.
Oh, he has a stack of shop cards you don't want to display?
Yeah, I'm getting them. I'm finding a way that I can put them behind me. So, see, thank you very much, Bob, for yours. Very nice. And Gyrus gave me 2. So, thank you for that as well. I gotta collect. I am starting to collect them, and I gotta find a way to have them behind me somehow. But that will come in time, because as everything in my modeling, everything is a work in progress, including my workspace. Why am I not focusing? I don't know.
You know, you look like you're in a 70s
Yeah.
video camera.
Yeah, it does kind of look that way. Well, anyway, thanks for stopping by there, Jim.
You're welcome.
Apparently, you can now join us if I'm posting the link on the community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good then. Thank you, Jamie, for stopping by and let me pick on you a little bit. And Mike, it's good to see you too. It's agreeable. So thank you for stopping by and showing what you got going on. And same to you, Phil. And thank you for being as talkative as you were. And Randall, you had a lot to show tonight. Thank you very much for your sharing and your expertise. And as for the community at large watching this, thank you for joining us. If you're watching this in rerun, like it, a thumbs up, comment, ask questions, and of course, subscribe. And as always, thank you for everything, and happy modeling, everyone. See you in 2 weeks for Across the Pond on Saturday, and of course, Sunday Hangout right after that. Good